Okay guys, today is rave day. I'm just gonna be talking to you guys like I'm on FaceTime because I am in a bit of a rush right now. I'm getting ready to go. So I'm just gonna get ready for you guys. But anyway, so this is gonna be my first rave and I'm gonna be going to Knockout. My first rave ever. And listen, initially I never even thought about actually going to a rave because I never really envisioned myself like getting into hardstyle, to be honest. But I actually feel like these days I've been really fucking with it. So honestly, I could even just go sober too. I feel like most likely I'll be going sober today. No promises though. I posted this video on TikTok how I was saying that like when I went to a hard techno rave, like a hard techno club, that was my first time ever going. And even though it was my first time, I felt like I could go sober. So I went sober and I actually genuinely had a good time. And the reason why I genuinely had a good time because I genuinely fucked with the music. And the thing is, I was never much of a person who was really into EDM, except for maybe like when I was younger, I would listen to like techno just a little bit. But the thing is, my main two go-to genres are probably like R&B and pop. But either way, like I've also really liked other genres as well. I think the reason why I can go sober and I can like appreciate hardstyle is because I've always had this great deep appreciation for a lot of like other music genres. So that's probably why. But anyways, I'm so nervous because it's gonna be my first rave ever. Like regardless if I was into hardstyle or not, I told myself that one of the things that I want to do on my bucket list is actually go to my first rave ever. But thankfully and coincidentally, I actually am into hardstyle. It's funny because I was thinking about it right before I got into hardstyle. I was actually going around and asking people like how they thought about raves and you know how I was experiencing stuff. And I remember talking to these two people and I was like, oh, like do you like going to raves? And they're like, yeah, we love it, but we hate the music. And I'm like, what? Like you hate the music, then why do you go? And then they're like, oh, because like we only go there to take that stuff, you know what I mean, the substances. And I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm not gonna judge you, but at the same time, don't you want to generally enjoy the music? I don't know if that's just me though. This is like a personal preference, but I'm never gonna take that stuff. Okay, the only substance I'll take is alcohol. That's the only thing that I will do. But yeah, that's just because I really do take my health really seriously. So the look that I'll be going for today is a white rabbit bunny. I'm gonna be using this from She Glam Cosmetics. This is the first time I'm gonna use this, so I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest, but we shall see. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply this on top. Wow, that's really blue. So let's say I do end up enjoying the rave and I want to go again. Even though I would go again, like I don't think I'll be like a frequent rave goer just because I feel like there's a lot that goes into it. Like it is very expensive, and also I don't know, I feel like for me I do like to preserve my energy. Not just that, but I also like to do a variety of things, so I kind of like to change things up. And I also never imagined myself going to a rave as well because I just thought like I feel like I don't want people to call me an ABG. I feel like the term ABG is so thrown around so easily these days. Like I feel like they just see an Asian baddie and they're like, oh yeah, she's an ABG. But I'm actually really far from an ABG, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get the ick when people call me that. But at the same time, I understand because they probably just think it means like Asian baddie. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup. So basically the look is blue eyeshadow, pink blush, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna be doing with my hair and my outfit. I know I look a bit weird right now, but this is the makeup so far. I just gotta do the hair. Okay, when everything comes together, it will look good, but for now I look a little bit crazy. Maybe because I'm not used to seeing myself with this full-on makeup, but yeah, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna do my hair now and I'm just waiting for this to heat up so I can curl my hair. I shall be back. Okay, hair done. Now I'm gonna put on my outfit. So before I put on my outfit, I'm going to be spraying this so glitter all over my hair. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I don't think so. You guys see it? Oh yeah, kind of. So this is a full fit. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? I feel like this is too much. I know I'll be more confident this year by wearing more outfits that are more out of my comfort zone, but this is a lot to take in. Okay, so I got my bunny ears, and then this is my nails. It looks like this. And then I have my bra on with this dangling thing on top. And then I have this white fan as well, this feathery white fan with this bow skirt. And then these fluffy things at the bottom, I don't know what they are, I don't know what they're called. And then my shoes, and this is what it looks like at the back. Oh my gosh, I'm really feeling myself at the same time. I can't recognize myself, like never would I have thought I'll be dressing like this. But okay, time to go raving. Okay guys, this is post follow up for the rave, and look at all the videos and photos that I got. It was amazing! Okay, I didn't expect to have, fuck, I actually just spat. That's how excited I got. Oh my gosh. I had such an amazing time. I had such a fun time, and I can definitely say that, you know, I probably won't be a regular rave goer, but this definitely won't be my last rave. I swear when I got home, I just kept looking at my photos and videos like I was a desperate ex or something. But oh my gosh. Ah! So first of all, the visuals were amazing, okay? The lasers and the fireworks. The fireworks were even better than the news fireworks.
Are you ready?
Like, why? That's actually insane. But yeah, for real, like the vibes were really good. Everyone there was such a vibe too. Everyone was so nice, and I actually really do get the hype now. Like, I actually genuinely get it. I never thought that I would actually be going to a rave and be thinking this way, but no, I seriously get it. And the thing is, like, my first like love language is, well, my top love language is acts of service. That's what I realized, right? And because that's my love language, like, it's such a small like gesture, but like when I was getting like a shoulder ride, like I was so scared. Like someone like actually helped me, like they were holding my hand, and I don't know why that small little act like actually felt so nice to me. And not even just that, but like people coming up to me and saying hi as well and complimenting my outfit. Like this group of girls, they asked me to take a picture of them, and after I took a picture of them, they're like, oh my gosh, by the way, you look amazing, like you look gorgeous and your tits look amazing. Like, what? I actually can't believe that. And then so after, they just gave me these random duckies. Now apparently with raves, candy is like a big thing, but we didn't have time to make candy. But one of the guys in our group, he actually made candy for all of us, and this is what it looks like. It's so nice and thoughtful. He put on there like my name, and he put on artist, and he put singer. And I think that's actually really dope and so thoughtful. I really had such a fun time, and it's been such a long time since I've felt this way. Because if you guys know me by now, like I'm someone who really kind of just keeps to themselves, and most of the time just hangs out by myself. So it was really nice going out with a group. And the group that I went with, like, they were really nice, and like I actually felt really comfortable with them, you know what I mean? I feel like I didn't have to babysit anyone. Like, we all really just took care of each other like equally. I also bumped into two people there unplanned, okay? Literally just coincidentally, like I saw them there, like these two girls who like I'm mutuals online with and I haven't talked to in real life yet. I saw them there, and that was pretty cool. And speaking of seeing people online, as the crowd got bigger towards the end of the night and I was in the pit, like someone came up to me and they were like to me, hey, like, are you Vivian Lee? And I was like, it took a minute for me to register that. I was like, wait, how did you know? And they're like, oh, because through TikTok, you know, I see your videos. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then the person was like to me, oh, so did you end up going sober? And then I was like, yeah, I kind of did. But actually, guys, I had like 3 vodka Red Bulls there, which is basically nothing. But I didn't have it like consistently. It was like spread throughout the night because we were basically there for like around 8 hours, like for the whole entire event. So I was basically sober. You know what I mean? Does that count as being sober? Yeah, because that was basically nothing to me. It felt like I was just drinking like an energy drink. So I didn't feel like I didn't really have any alcohol in my system, to be honest. Yeah, actually I wasn't planning on drinking at all, but the thing is, like, that day I was really, really tired and I needed the energy because I actually had my period that day too. So I really needed something to kind of boost my energy, knowing the fact that we were there the whole entire day. So, you know what I mean? And to be fair, like, I locked in for a couple of months, and I told myself from the beginning of the challenge that I can only drink like until October comes, which is the rave, which is knockout. And so yeah, there we go. Anyways, and after that I was like, oh, so was it only that video? And then he was like, no, like, it's other videos. I've seen a lot of other videos as well, and also the busking videos too. And I was like, you know what, that's actually cool. I feel like that's like my first time like someone recognizing me and actually someone coming up to me and saying that. Like, in the previous video I told you guys that I made in one of the Project It Girl series, I was saying that like people were recognizing me, but they didn't come up to me to say that. They only said it during my live, like after. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool, and like, what are the odds? You know what I mean? Okay, next, let's talk about the fucking toilet situation, okay? Those fucking cubicles, man. When I was inside, it was shaking, all right? It's shaking. It's going to doof, 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 and boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I get it. Like, when I'm outside and when I'm in the pit, like, turn that shit up, but not while I'm trying to chuck a shit. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck am I trying to chuck a shit while the fucking walls are like shaking and going boom, 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 doof, 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 doof. So I was just like fucking struggling, and the thing is, I wasn't gonna plan on using the toilets because the toilets were disgusting. Okay, I was actually planning to hold it in, and I actually held it in for a pretty long time, but I couldn't take anymore. I was desperate because I had my period that day, so I needed to release. So I decided to just hover on top of the toilet seat, you know what I mean? So actually, normally whenever like I hover on the toilet seats in public, if it's clean, then I don't need to hover. I just put like toilet paper on top. But if it's not clean, then I'll hover. So basically, I'll hover at like a 90-degree angle. Wait, let me show you guys. So like, this is me, like the toilet seat's there. I'll normally hover like this, right? But I think the toilet seat was like slightly lower, just slightly lower. So I had to hover a little bit more lower than 9 degrees, just slightly lower like this. And because I am lowering myself like this, there's so much tension. So it was really hard for me to release anything. So I couldn't get anything out. But actually, even though it was disgusting, like it wasn't too bad. Like, to be honest, it's actually not as bad as a toilet airplane. Actually, you know, the toilet airplanes most of the time are clean, but in terms of, you know, when you flush it, it didn't have the flush, you know what I mean? But still, it was still pretty disgusting. Normally when I'm on my period, I'm really, really tired, right? And even though like I was like tired that day, because, you know, you're bound to get tired since you're walking a lot, right? Like, I still had a lot of energy. I don't know why. Like, I had like a vodka Red Bull, like 3 vodka Red Bulls, and that helped me. But even before I had them, like, I still had a lot of energy because the music and the vibe was just there. And I actually really enjoyed it so much. And to be honest, I even enjoyed like the raw hardstyle stuff too. Alright, next. If you guys are curious, let's talk about rave bays. So before going to knockout, like people kept asking me, oh, are you gonna have a rave bay and stuff? And I was like, nah, like, you know what? I don't feel like I need to have a rave bay, to be honest, because I think I've always been like that. I think every time I go to an event, like ever since I was a kid, like, you know how you would have those discos at your primary school or like formal, like, I didn't bring anyone with me. Like, I just felt like I wanted to go alone or just vibe with my friends. Like, I just wanted to vibe because I feel like if someone was there, I kind of feel like I have to take care of the other person, or like I have to keep thinking about them. So I didn't really feel the need to have a rave bay. But the funny thing is, when I was there, someone actually came up to me and he was like, oh, hey, do you have a rave bay? And I was like, no. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, no. And he's like, oh, do you want to be in my rave bay? And I was like, okay, sure. And then so he was like, he literally held me from behind. He's like, oh, can I like hug you from behind? And I was like, yeah. And then so yeah, we were vibing. It was like nice at first, but then maybe like 20 minutes after, I'm like, oh, okay, like all he's doing is just like grabbing onto my waist, and yeah, we're just like vibing. But like at the same time, like homegirl needs to dance, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of getting a bit boring. So to be honest, I was like, after that I kind of got sick of it. And but it's still nice having that interaction anyway. I was just talking to him and he was saying he was from Melbourne and he's like from Hong Kong. So yeah, he started speaking Cantonese to me and I started speaking Cantonese to him too. And then he was like, oh, Leng Loi, which means pretty in Cantonese. I don't know why I got the ick. But anyways, just thinking about it too, like he literally looked like he was about to kiss me. I'm like, no, hell no, I ain't kissing a stranger. I'm not doing that. So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, cool, and blah 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 and stuff. And I was like, okay, nice to meet you. I have to go now and stuff. And he's like, oh, okay, bye. And I was like, bye. I was like, nice to meet you. Because for real, kissing is only reserved for my future man, okay? And I'm also low-key germophobic. So yeah, so this is the video of me going to my first rave ever. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys found this video useful, then don't forget to give it a like, give it a subscribe. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye!